go. Let's see if that fixes it. Sorry about that. I don't know what's going on. Let's see if I start getting sound. Shows that I have sound on my computer. See, this is the example. I could have just streamed the whole time, not had any hello? Oh yeah, it was something weird with my head. I don't know what it was. Okay, I'm just gonna continue with this stream. Hold on, let me just, okay, I'll just use my my computer's microphone instead of my headphones. I'm not sure why that was happening. Sorry about that. Again, my name is Jonathan Dunkerley. You can call me Dunk, and I help you find ways to make passive income with DeFi. And so, cool. Yeah, that was weird. I don't know what was going on with it was showing that I was having a signal, but it wasn't working. So, but now we figured it out. Cool. There we go. So, okay. So again, my name is Jonathan Dunkerley. You can call me Dunk, and I help you find ways to make passive income with DeFi. And I am showing you some of the ways that I am making kind of I do like making, like I'm less of the gambly type. I'll be perfectly honest. I'm less of the gambly type. And I'm just paranoid again. I'm just going to double check. Again, my name is Jonathan. There we go. It's working. Okay, that was frustrating. Okay, but yeah, I am less of the gambly type. I am more of the type that is going to want to not trade my time for money and actually have like a passive yield on my crypto or anything. And for that matter, like I say crypto, but it could be anything that we want to have our passive yield on. So that's why I'm very bullish on passive DeFi strategies. So there we go. So, okay, so let's just dive right in. And again, just a reminder, if you do get value out of these videos, make sure that you like, subscribe, and ring the bell. It really does help tell the algorithm to share these videos with more people, so people like you could actually find ways to take your crypto and make it work for you. I don't want to go to work, so I want my crypto or my money to go to work for me, and that's the whole point, right? And also, just a reminder, I'm not a financial advisor. I'm just showing you what I'm doing and how I'm making crypto every single day passively, and there's some active stuff, but it's mostly passive. And everything that I focus on is gearing towards passive. That's what it's all about for me. So, let's take a look at this chart real quick. So I was just looking at a couple different cryptos that were going up and down. We have our Solana. It's sitting about like 187 right now. Let me just see if it's, well, it's actually hasn't updated. It shows a little higher on. Let me just check that. No, that's correct. It's just not updating on my phone. That's not good. I don't want that. Why would I do that? That's not good. Why would I want it to update on my phone? Cool. Cool. But you can see one thing that I want to point out here is that with crypto like this, we have, let me get this real quick. With our crypto, most of these crypto charts do kind of follow a similar pattern. And what do I mean by that? So we have our crypto that is Solana. That's the one that I kind of operate on the most. But let's take a look at this pattern that I created. So we have that. So then we have Ethereum. Look at this, very similar pattern, because they all kind of go one and one together, and they all kind of listen to this one. Bitcoin, which also follows a very similar pattern. Look at that, look at that, look at that. Very similar, compare that to Sol. But today I'm going to focus mainly on Solana. Get a little caffeine in me from this coffee. Yum, yum, yum. Cool. So let me just switch this over so you can see my other screen. But this is TradingView. It's a really good way for you to see everything on your chart. But I'm going to go over here. This is Jupiter. It's where I'm going to be doing most of my trades today. You could use other ones like Axiom's good. One reason that I'm actually using Jupiter is because of something that they have with their perps. And if you don't know what a perp is, it's kind of you can think of it kind of like longing and shorting a stock, but it's not. It's crypto, but it's called perpetual trades. And there's a reason why I like using Jupiter over other platforms. Let me refresh the page real quick just so I have a fresh chart so you can see the reason why. So we can see like there's, let me just check. That's a very small 1 minute spread. Oh yeah, look at that, trading volume got really narrow there. Okay, I'm not gonna get distracted. Okay, so There's a couple different ways that you can make passive income that I'm going to show you. Like the easiest one that you can just set it and forget it, no worries. And it's like, the reason why I want to point out this one is Jupiter Lend. Now there's a couple different ones that you could also do here. Like Jupiter is powered by Fluid, so you can get pretty much the same. Actually, it's a little lower on Fluid right here for USDC, but look, I mean, you can get returns on these ones right here. Look, why is that so much lower? Maybe I have to refresh. No, it is lower. It is lower on Fluid. But you see on Solana, or on Jupiter Lend. And again, there's other ones, like if you're not in the United States, Camino is really good. You could even get higher on Camino, look 9.03, but again, that's not available in the United States. Hey, look, you could get PayPal USD, which is a stable coin, and you can get that for like 10.38. And again, you could shuffle those around as needed and whatnot. But go find, my point is that you could take your dollars and you could put them in your bank, right? And they could sit there, and I think the last time I checked it was like 0.04% is the average interest rate, unless you have like a high yield savings account, which I think the maximum I've ever seen a high yield savings account is like 4%. So these are just simple ways that you could take your crypto, and you could, again, here's Save.Finance is another one. Look, you can get Save.Finance. Look, right now, you can get 9.66%. On your USDC right there. Yeah, I might move some of my crypto over into this one just because, you know, I'm going to get a little higher interest rate right now off of Save.Finance just for my USDC. So I'd be able to deposit the crypto right here, and, you know, I'd be getting 9.31. It's a little bit higher than what Jupiter is right now. They're at 7.4, but point is that now I could just right off the bat, I'm already getting a higher interest rate than just leaving my money in the bank. And what I typically will do is I will take that and I will put that money, like when I need to spend it, I'm trying to debank as much as possible. Like that's my goal is in all this. I want to debank. I don't want to have to operate in a bank, like a banking system anymore. So I want to stay all on chain as much as possible. So what I do is I go to something like a cast card. There's a couple different options, like for instance, Jupiter I know just is about to launch. Not Jupiter. Phantom is just about to launch their own, which is a Solana wallet. They have other coins besides Solana now. It's not just Solana. It started off as a Solana wallet, but you can create crypto debit cards, and the way that I look at them is that they are basically bank accounts that you just drop your money in there. They're not earning as much like interest. They're probably not even earning any interest in that case, but you put your money in there, and then when you spend it with like a Visa card, and it just takes it out of basically your crypto bank account is the way I look at it. And you have a card and you spend it, you pay your bills with it and all those things. Again, figure out your like taxes in your area, like when you take profit with crypto. I'm not a financial advisor, so make sure that you're looking at that stuff. But things like Cast, which you can get at mydeficard.com. It's up on the screen. It's like my favorite one. I use it every single day. But it adds a card to your wallet, and then so you just deposit whatever currency you want. You can even do Bitcoin. It doesn't have to be on the Solana blockchain, and then it converts it into a stable coin. And you do earn a little, like, look right here. This is actually new. This is actually pretty cool. So now you're going to be able to earn a yield on your deposit coming soon. That's cool, because that means that right off the bat, 4.5% yield with secure real-time rewards. That means that you're going to be able to live on-chain completely and never have to mess with your bank. You don't have to worry about a bank. This is basically a better bank account than what you'd get from, like, I mean, I'm going to say Wells Fargo, but I haven't used I wouldn't use Wells Fargo since they started making a bunch of fake accounts. I don't do that. But the more and more that this happens, the more that you're able to debank yourself. But again, Cast Card is my one of choice, but I'm going to check out this one when it gets released. The Phantom Cash Card, which is, again, like it's a Visa card, just like the Cast Card, but it's really cool. I'm excited because any way that I'm able to keep my ecosystem outside of going to a bank is what I'm bullish on. So again, Cast is my choice, mydeficard.com. But where was I? Okay. So I'm here, and now I have this money, 7.4% it's earning me. If you watched my stream, did I stream yesterday? No, I didn't think I streamed yesterday, but the day before, I was streaming, and I had about like $400 in here. And what I do is and it's actually earning a little interest from that money that I deposited. Like, it's made me $4 extra just by it sitting in there. Which $4 is $4. I don't care what anybody says. $4 is $4. Cool. There we go. So what am I going to do? I'm going to actually go here, and I'm going to show you what I do. So now I kind of made like a rule. This is an experiment wallet that I'm doing it with. I have other ones that I do this with that are higher amounts that I trade with. But I started this one because I wanted to show everybody how I can grow this small amount without depositing money into the wallet. I don't want this to go up by me taking money from a job and depositing it into my my bank account or my wallet and then putting it in here so I could trade with it. I want to trade and actually end the day with more USDC in my Jupiter Lend, or whichever lending protocol you're using to earn interest. I want that to be sitting in there with a higher number than in the morning. And then what I'll do, and again, this is not financial advice, this is just what I'm doing. I've been taking whatever I earn, and I only leave like a quarter of it in here, and then a quarter of it I drop it into my Cast card, just so I have, that's money, spending money now. And then I take a quarter of it and I can go and, like, for instance, I'm bullish on Draft Tower. That's one of the projects I'm in. I'll go buy or put that into a thing where I'm going to go and save up to buy another draft. Or I'm bullish on the Gary ecosystem, for instance. And the Gary Club ecosystem, where they have like, that's I'll get into that in a minute, but they have a trading bot, or not trading bot, AI agent is more accurate. Ooh, why is this frozen? Everything freeze? Let me check my stream real quick and make sure I'm good. It looks like it's froze on Instagram. Oh no, it's good. It's just Instagram being frozy. Freezy. I don't know. It's odd. Did it freeze on me? Might have frozen on me. I don't know. We'll see. Okay. I'm just gonna let it go on Instagram. If it's frozen on that page, then it is what it is. But there we go. So now what I want to do is, then I'll take it and like what I was saying is I'll go buy an asset that I believe in long term, because I believe in this is going to go up long term. It's like, and then I'll go buy something like maybe Bitcoin, or maybe I'll go buy some more Solana. Maybe I'll go buy some more, like I said, like Gary Coin or Draftfish or any other token that I'm bullish on that I think is going to go up long term. And I call that like my bull run bag, that I believe is going to go up as the bull run goes. Like, I'm building up my asset bag. And these ones I don't mess with. I just buy them and let them sit there. And then the other quarter, or maybe I'll take those and I'll put them into other things. Like maybe part of that quarter is like I'll put the, then the other quarter I'll put them into things that could be a little bit more risky, a little bit more. Maybe I'll buy a meme coin. Like maybe I'll do something. I did this. I had this is addicted.fun. It was like a play to earn game. I had to have a buy-in when I first started, and now the payout has gone down, but I've gotten my money back out. So now basically, like, I'm earning maybe like 6 or so. It says per day is 3, but I've been earning about like 6 of these a day. And if you look at the price, it's actually, I think it's like 3 cents right now, three and change or something, like 3.5 cents, which that's not great for huge amount. I think it was at like 30 something cents when it started, But now I have like another little trickle of things but I got my money back, but it was more of a gamble because I didn't know. But I set up these different like faucets that are going to feed me free crypto all the time. Some of them, like that one's only giving me, 15 cents a day, which is not much. But then you could also do things like take part of it and put it into liquidity pools, which, if you don't know what a liquidity pool is, that is the backbone of all of DeFi. So maybe you're going to do something, put some towards like a coin over at Pump Fun or a similar launch pad. You could be a little gambly, like any of these ones that might be running. Like, look, this one right here. This one, maybe you bought, like, this was just shooting up. Maybe you bought into this one and anywhere right here, and then you sell out and you make a little bit of money. But I don't like to gamble at all. I like to have things like Jupiter Lend, which are making me a percentage. I like to have things like these loans. This is Sharky Fi, and look, I'm the top offer right now. So if somebody wanted to take out a loan and use their draft as collateral, I would give them 1.43%, or not percent, Solana, and then the week later they have to give it back plus about 0.5% a day in interest. So I get like 3.5% a day, or a loan. But if they default on it, then I repossess it and I can go sell it right here and get my liquidity back, plus probably more than 3.5%, depending on the fluctuation of the depending on the fluctuation of the price, because we have activity. See, you would want to do it with a price, like something that's somebody took an offer. Ooh, that's a nice clean one. Somebody, nice offer. But like, see, like 2 Solana 6 hours ago, somebody bought this one right here. Aliens are a little more valuable, but so on and so forth. I might be able to grab one, and I would probably get more than it cost me. Even if I took an offer right now, 1.487, that's still higher than what I was lending out. So I'd still get my money back plus my interest if I just took an instant offer. So that's something to consider. So, not to get off track, there's all sorts of different ways that you could do this. So that you can go, and again, I was showing you some of the more passive, low interest ways. By low, I mean, like, come on, 7-10%. That's not bad, right? That's not bad at all. And let me know if you like these me going over these things. But so, and another one that I don't even, do I have a tab open? I don't know if I, another one that we should always look at is this one. This is this Gary Club Stacker Agent. Again, this I'm very much in. Connect your wallet to start. Oh, I have to connect it here. They just did a UI update. I haven't even logged in yet, so let's see what the new UI looks like. Excited. Wallet connected successfully. Oh, look at that. I like that. Prettier colors. And that's going to show. I haven't done too much in this particular one, but you see there's a, I can create a new skill, choose your skill. Right now, the only one that's working is mass extract, and it's being tested. You go here, you fill in all of your configurations. It's much cleaner UI than it was before. You would set your position size. You'd set your market cap, like the minimum market cap you'd want to buy in at, the top market cap you'd want to buy in at, the age range. You could do anything between 0 and 24 hours. You could set your take profit. You could set your stop loss. You could set your trailing stop loss and your trailing stop loss callbacks. Then you could have like cooldown, so it would basically not buy right away after a trade closes. The maximum amount of positions. You could set your slippage percentage, and then priority fees, and then also tips. And so say if you left all that how it is, you'd go there and you'd have it, and you, one second. It's a phone call. I tell them I do not disturb, and it still rang. How dare it? So then I would do that and I'd publish and it would open up an agent like this. I could deposit Solana. I could withdraw Solana. I'm not going to hit that button, but you could see your private key. So if you want this wallet to be sitting in like a Solana, like in a, say it's like a Jupiter wallet or something like that, or a Phantom wallet, or however you want to manage it, you can do it there. Buy Solana. This is through Stripe. Through Stripe. And then there's going to be a thing with Cast. This is what I was talking about over here. You can get your Cast card right now at mydeficard.com and set that up right now, or you could wait until you use the tool. But yeah, so all of these things right here. So like, while I'm doing this, let me just actually show you the whole thing with kind of the addicted.fun one, and then I'll get back over to Jupiter and show you all that again. So again, this was like addicted.fun. I'm able to do this. And see, I have some weed in there, which is the token that you're claiming. So I'm gonna just hit this claim the token. And it brings up this pop-up right here along the side where it says confirm transaction. And oh, I actually have way more in there than I thought. Why is it showing me way more? I'm not gonna say anything. I'll take it. I don't know why it's showing saying way more, but I hit confirm and it's gonna deposit the weed into my wallet. And now it's reset. See, now I have this amount of weed. I don't know why it was showing such a lower amount. It's all good. I'll take it. Maybe it's this. No, I only still have those 8. Wait, lifetime rewards. Oh, that must have been something with somebody that I referred. There you go. See, it does make sense to promote this sometimes. So if you do want to start with this game, see, there's the reward part, which that's great. That made me, $2. I'm rich. But if you do want to start the game, it's addicted.fun and it's NXN 222222. So NXN 22222. So that's cool. I didn't somebody was doing some stuff with it. Cool. But see, now I can go here and I could back here if I wanted to say max, or actually wrong wallet. I have to connect this wallet. So I say max. Now, if I wanted to sell it, there's a slippage cost. So if I wanted, I'd have to wait. But right now, I get $2.85 for what I promoted. So that's pretty cool, right? Works pretty good. So now I have more. I've claimed it, and the idea is that I could sell it. I could put it into Solana, whatever it is. I have a funnel of extra coins that are coming in. And again, I don't ever really think about the invite thing. That was kind of cool that I got an extra $2, but that is a trickle amount of coins that are just going to come into my account. And it's chill. Like, I didn't really do much with this game. I just started it and I bought one pack, and now it's just, trickling money back into my wallet. And maybe this game dries up, maybe it doesn't. I don't know. But yeah, that's how it there. So let's go back over to Jupiter. I need to reconnect. There we go. I need to connect the correct wallet again. Boom, boom. Come on. The heck. Wallet doesn't want to behave. I'm just going to open up a new one. Disconnect wallet, connect. Jupiter extension. So the Jupiter launched their own extension. It makes it really easy for you to make quick decisions, and it auto confirms. It does all that fun stuff. So let me just swap it over so you could see that wallet instead. There we go. Do I need to hold on? I think I did. There we go. So this is the wallet that I have that I'm just playing around with my, call it my manual stacker, because I think that the other one's automated and this one's manual. I don't know why that's doing that. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to just walk you through how I would set up a trade here. Let's see, there's this. This is Stacker Agent GPT. It's completely free. I have it on my X account. I'll repost it. Ooh, look at these. Look at these. Look at these prints. These are dope. I'm gonna repost those. Repost. All right. So I'm gonna go here. I'm live, and then I'm just gonna go to. Where is it? This is the last time I posted it. And then for some reason you had to refresh. Repost that. Then I go back here. If you do want to grab it, I just put it right at the top. It's free, Stacker Agent GPT, and it will help you analyze charts much better than if you just use the other one. So, all right. There we go. Let me know if you're getting value from this. Let me know in the chat. Cool. All right. So now, what I'm going to do, I'm going to go back over here to Jupiter. And remember, we were over in Lend. And I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to withdraw like the 500 bucks. Still got extra $4 in there. I just leave that in there. I have in my head, like I kind of have to have like ways that I, when I compound, so that I actually like compound in my head. So look at this. So now I got $4.7314 left in there. And then I'm going to go back over to perps. So perps are perpetual trades. They basically mean that you're going to you're going to here. Actually, I even have one. I'm going to grab this real quick from this. It means that you're going to be able to it's like my last setup that I did. I'm just going to grab this right here and start the new one again. New chat. There we go. So it means that you're betting on basically the direction that the market is going to go. And you could go really, really conservative on this, and you can go really, really gambly. So I'm just going to paste this in here, right here. It says, help me. Here, can I zoom in? Can I zoom in? Can you see it? Yeah. So I said, help me set up a Sol perp. I'll be using 12x leverage. I find that 12x I feel very comfortable with. You can go less. There is still risk. There's risk in everything. So just know that. But 12x, I'm saying 12x leverage. And I say that I'm okay with either a long or a short, whichever one works. So I'm going to then go back over here, and you can grab these from whichever. I just grabbed them from Jupiter just because that's the site that I'm going to be trading with. So I'm going to go ahead and grab. So I actually add a couple indicators first, just so you know. So I add in Bollinger Bands, moving average exponential, relative strength index, volume, and the VWAP. So I think that the most important ones to get started with would be like Bollinger Bands and moving average and volume, and those are the most important ones. And then also add the other two if you're able to. So reset chart view. So there's our chart, and you can see this is a 1 minute chart on Solana, and we can see that the price has been going up. So we have our price right here. That's 188.49, and this goes up to like, this is showing like, so it's around 11:49 a.m. here where I am, and the price, if you even zoom out, like I woke up this morning around here somewhere, and I traded this one right here. I bought that and took that, and I made some money there when it crashed. And that crash was good for me because that means that I don't have to like worry about the price of Solana going down to make like, oh, it's going down. I lost money. I might make money. And again, you could do this with Solana, do this with USDC. You could do this with Solana if you want, or other currencies. So if I wanted to do a market order, which means that it's a order that that's going in right now, I could do a whole bunch of different currencies. Look at all these different currencies. All of these. I could leverage these, and what would mean is I would actually get more back after of this particular token. But if you'd like to put in a limit order, which is what I usually do, you only have Solana or USDC. So I'm going to do USDC today, but let's grab these charts and let's put them into here. Boom. So I just copy, go to the next one. I'm doing a 5-minute chart. I did a 1-minute chart, do a 5-minute chart. I just paste them. It makes it really easy. Because this is a trading view interface that they put right there, and it makes it so you could add in actually more indicators than trading view free plan even offers. So it's a whole bunch of good stuffs. So now, and I'm not sure if this is going to fill while we're here on the stream, but I just want to show you how I set it up and a couple different options of things that you could do on Jupiter that you can't really do on Axiom. Part of the reason why I use Jupiter sometimes, like as well. There you go. Okay, so now I put my charts in. I'm gonna hit enter. Let's zoom out so you can see everything. All right, so it says perfect. You just dropped a clean setup for Sol charts across multiple timeframes. Let's see. Set up your Sol perp with a 12x leverage using your Stacker Agent Sol perp trading protocol, multi-time frame. So it's showing 1 day to 1 day. Wait, that's 1 day. Oh yeah, 1 day. 1 day to 4 hour micro basis. Price is in a retracement within a large downtrend, but holding structure above 183 to 185. Support zone. Bollinger Bands, which I said I added Bollinger Bands, and this is why I add those, are starting to compress, which again, I was showing you this, like Bollinger Bands. This is compressed, meaning that there's less volume, like less, the volume's not as wide. RSI has reset near 40 to 45 neutral bullish zone, not yet oversold. And oversold, if it gets oversold, that means that it's probably people are starting to buy it, and it will actually reverse and go up. So bias, neutral to bullish reclaim setup. So then on the 1 hour to 15-minute midterm momentum, multiple attempts to reclaim the mid Bollinger Band EMA 20. So exponential moving average 20, meaning over the last 20 candles. That's what that means. Buyers step in near 185 to 186. Volume spikes on wicks. Sweep support suggest liquidity grabs rather than trend continuation. RSI turns up from 40 to 50, consistent with the potential local bottom. Bias, early long momentum. So early long, it's probably to go long in that time frame, hour to 15 minutes. And then we have price sweep the 185, swept the 185 to 0.4 to 185.6, liquidity pocket bounce to reclaim 187. We reclaim and hold above 188.5 to 189. This confirms a micro structure flip. Don't chase above 190 unless volume confirms continuation. Okay, so again, it's saying do not, short term, it's not a good setup, but for a day trade or a couple hours worth of trading, then you could probably get, it's good for a long is what it's telling us. So momentum. Stacker Agent, this is another reason I use Stacker Agent GPT, because it gives me a score, it breaks it down, and it really makes it so I don't have to like guess. I don't want to guess. Momentum, 78. Early recovery after extended downside. Early entry position, 82. Near lower Bollinger Band, strong R&R zone. Volume, 65. Some absorption needs breakout confirmation, so it's not quite there yet. Holder growth, 72. Stable activity across wallets, no panic exits. It's good, so it's not a big crash. Final score, 74 out of 100. Breakout perp long zone. So it's saying this is getting to a point where we could have a long. So trading setup. Again, I don't want to have to do all this in my head. I get to do it, like have the AI do it for me. And I'm saying, like, I don't want to trade my time for money. Now I'm going through this much slower than I would if I was just doing this on my own. I would be doing this way faster if I was doing this on my own, but I'm explaining it to you. So it's taking me a little longer. It doesn't take me this long typically. See, now we see like it's dip. There we go. So entry zone. What is it saying? Entry zone. Oh, what am I doing? That's the bottom of that. Oh, it's because I'm on the 4-hour chart. That's why I was like, wow, that's a bit. It went down. No, so as it was saying, entry zone 186, which actually would be right there, which look at what not too long ago it was actually in that zone. Each of this is a minute. So if we look right now, that was around 10:30 in the morning. It hit that bottom. That was about 85. That's even lower. So now it could readjust. And if I could catch that when it dips, 86 would actually be somewhere over here. So now it's saying 86 to 86.80. Reload zone if we pull back. Stop loss 84.9. That's 1% below structure. Take profit 89.5. So that would give me 1.5%. Take profit to 82. So 192 to 193.5. That'd be 3 to 4%. Take profit 195. Structure target 5% above. If price reclaims 189, so it's giving me an alternative. If it reclaims 189 with volume surge, flip to a breakout momentum long. Entry 190.2 to 190.8. Stop loss at 188.8. And then a take profit at 193.2. And we can even look at our 20. I always like to look at the 24-hour highs and lows. Our 24-hour high was 194.55. So that's even like so 194.55. That is below the take profit of maybe not the last take profit, but it's above that. And then we can look at the 24-hour low, which is 183.88, which is still like 183, still way down here, below this chart. I have to zoom out. 183.80. I'd have to zoom out quite a bit to get it to show that, because that's 24. So you could even see how much it's changed in one day. It's gone up and down. Each one of these is an opportunity where you could ride this up in a perp and then liquidate and then ride one down in a short if you'd like. Shorts, it's up to you if you feel more comfortable just waiting it out and just doing longs. I'm bullish on Solana, so I'm less likely to do a short, but I do that. So risk and positioning. At a 12x leverage, every 1% moves equals 12% profit and loss impact. So it means that every time that it moves 1% in Solana price, means that I'm going to potentially make or lose 12%. But the thing is, it would need to actually hit a liquidation point. That's the thing that I always focus on. The liquidation point and patience. Keep max risk at 0.05 account equity. So that's saying you don't want to use all of your capital. That's why I have other things that I'm actually just using a little percentage of my capital in this. And as it grows, I could use more. This setup aims for a 3 to 5R potential. And then base bias long, leverage 12x. Entry, it's suggesting 186 to 187. So stop loss 184.9. Take profit is 189, and then 193 and 195 is what it's suggesting. Stacker score 74, and confidence momentum high. So what I would do here, again, it reminds us, again, and I'm telling you this, I'm not a financial advisor, and neither is this. So we're not giving you financial advice. We're just showing you what we're doing. But yeah, so then what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back over here, check out my prices. Entry price, it says 186 or what. So let's me refresh this. So charts are refreshed. So right now the price is 188. And let's just say it wanted the 187, which is right here. What I would do is, since I have USD, in this case, I wouldn't do more than half of this position. But now I want to show you this part. This is the important part that I really like. I think people just glaze over this. So I'm not going to do, I want to do 180. So it was 186. So I'm assuming this is going to be a long. So I'm saying I bet that the price, when it goes to 186, I bet that the price is going to go back up. That's what I'm saying. Like, that's what it's saying. 788, yeah. So it's saying that when the price goes back down, we recommend, I did the wrong currency. Not 250 Solana would be a nice little trade, right? Okay. So at this current price, since I'm going long, the price at a 12x leverage of Solana would have to go back down to $171 to hit liquidation, which means that I would lose my entire position. So it means I would just lose it all. Now, entry price at this point would be 186. Look, it's actually dipping a little bit right now. Look, it saw that coming. 186, it's dipping. 186. And then the cost it's going to cost to open this position. There's a fee in order to open this position. It's at this price, $250 USDC at 12x leverage. So if I did it like, I think at 1.1 is the minimum leverage, it would cost me 19 cents to open up this trade if I didn't do any leverage, but there's not much. And look at the liquidation price at that is $17.41. So if you're super risk adverse, you can do a much lower leverage. Look, if at 5x leverage, Solana would have to go down to 149.30 for it to liquidate. And then it like 10x, remember we were just at 170, 167.90. So like, again, you could do different amount. Like if I did, this is like 15, it would go to 174. Again, risk and reward. You're risking, this is like, there's always a gamble here. Just want to let you know that there's always a gamble. So again, I'm just going to do 12 because I feel comfortable with 12x leverage. And now, again, we're 186. That was our price, right? 186. 180 entry price was 186, 187. So let's just call it 186. If I need to adjust it later, I can. Could always adjust it. I'll show you how to do that in a second. But now I just place this. It's going to pull that 250 out of my wallet, and it's going to, so now it's going to update over here. But now I have a position here, and it says my target price 186, and so if it dips, it would actually fill that position. And then you're going to start seeing stuff like as the price goes down, you're going to see the price go back up, and you're going to see like, oh, you're down 10%, but you're not down until you hit the, you close your position or it gets closed for you. So once the position is open, you're going to be able to add in, see if I had a market order, I could add it in right now, but you can't add it in until the order is actually opened. But you could take a stop loss and a take profit right here. And so I'll be able to take 186, or I'd be able to say, so it says the stop loss 184. So if it dips to 184.90, I'd be able to say at 180.84.90, we'd be able to close. So like in that case, I'd lose 50%. Or not 50%, sorry, $50. What I'm saying. But say I'm like, okay, but the take profit, like right here, was at let's call it 189.50 was the first take profit. 189. You could, but you once you do that, you actually could also do 189.50. In that case, I'd be up by $16 in that example. It fluctuates. Oh yeah, look at that. It's adjusting because the price is going up. But so that's one thing that I could do. The price would go up, the price could go down, and I could just place that and I'd be locked in. Right now I don't have anything in there, but if I wanted, so now here's like a alternative way to kind of do these orders. So remember we said 186. So you could set the way that Jupiter works. So say I like 185. Let's look at 185. Now, if I put 185 right there, what it's actually going to do is it's going to merge these orders. So this one's at 86. So if this price goes through, it's not, there's not, on, there we go. So we can take a look at this. It says 185, liquidation price 170. But if this order fills and then another order gets added, so I'm not going to do another 250 order like this, but I want you to understand. So say the price gets added there and 250, you add another 250 in there. It would actually, the same amount, and you do it $1 less. The entry price would then become 180.85.50. So like 50 cents less because you went in $1 less. So now you have both positions that are open, but your entry price is lower, which it also slightly lowers your liquidation price. So that's one way. Maybe you don't want it to be like, maybe you're saying like, I don't care about it until it drops to 180. If it drops to 180, then I want my liquidation, like it will add my my liquidation price and it would catch it. But one risk is that if you do get wicked out, you could get wicked out on your, if you set it too close to a stop loss, or to your liquidation price of your other one that's open. So this is basically what it will do. So if I added this right now, I'm not gonna, hopefully it doesn't fill. But if I did this right now, again, it's gonna pull that 250 out of here, and it's going to open up that other position. So if this one fills and it continues going down, and it goes, oh no, it makes it to 180, which again, like I'm fairly certain based off of the 24-hour highs and lows, because the 24-hour low, where is it, was 183. I feel fairly certain it's not going to get that, but you never know. I mean, we saw the other day when everything crashed. So this is a secondary thing you can do. Like I do this because you can't set a stop loss in a limit order. So I set that up as a way that I could have my like, just in case the candle drops, it will catch it and it will just lower my liquidation point, and it will raise, and then I'll be able to find okay, then I can put in my take profit and set up a stop loss but if I'm not looking at it, this is like a secondary thing. I wouldn't even necessarily do what I did here, where I like did that. Like I might even do a trailing, like maybe it was like, if it dips to 180, I add in it, or if it dips to like 184 or 85, 185 up here, which was the $1 less. If it dips to that, then maybe I'll add in another $50, and I could add it, and I could stack them that way. Maybe if it dips to 184, it'll add in one more $50. Like, see how you could stack it. But this is just so you know, it's just combining the orders. It's just combining all of these orders. Maybe if it dips to 183, I'll add another, like, I'm just going to put them, I'll probably cancel these ones, but you get the point. And it's not ideal. I'm not telling you to do this exactly this way, but you can see now I have a whole bunch of orders put in, most of them for $50, 51, 2, 3, 4. So I think I have $50 less. And let's just do, like, if that happened, and it crashed, like I mean, we saw that over here. If something like this happened, again, like where there's this candle, and it catches all of them, instead of me just being stuck at 250, it's going to trail and add to the order as it goes down. And then as it recovers, which obviously this was higher than in the price right now, but looking at the 24-hour highs and lows, and looking at like what Stacker Agent GPT told me, you know, it's looking like there is going to be a breakout. So even if there is a correction there, I'm able to have these orders in, and it catches all of those on the way down. And then it combines them into one order. So maybe my entry price is no longer 186, but it ends up being like 183 or something like that. I'd have to do the math in my head. Yeah. 183 or something like, yeah. Right in the middle. So it'd be like right in the middle, or 183.50, I think is what it would be. But that is just a downward protection thing. So as the price goes down, I ideally would not have it hit any of those other ones. It would catch that 250 right there, and then it would reverse, or I'd see it. And again, this is where the non-passive part comes in, is that I have to enter in my take profit and my stop loss, but I can't do it until that order fills, which means that the price has to actually go down to the right price. So it's like 187 right now, 187.80, but I have an order in for 186. So I can let these ride, but what I like to do also is like, okay, I'm going to go here, and I just say, let's reassess. And then I drop a couple charts back in. It doesn't have to necessarily be every single time frame, since we're just doing this over, I'm scalping is what I'm doing. I'm scalping, I'm perp scalping. Perp scalping. There we go. I'll just go up to an hour. I don't need the last two ones, but just so we can have some up-to-date charts, I say let's reassess. You could add all of them if you want, but I'm just showing you. So I guess kind of the point is that don't get too worried if the price dips, as long as you're not getting close to your liquidation point. And you look at those 24-hour highs and lows, and you look at what Stacker Agent, excellent. These are the latest charts, are short, blah, blah, blah. So we still have prices. Still same thing, a breakout under thesis, same analysis. 190, even breakout attempt, RSI. Again, 186 to 187. So it's adjusted it based on the new chart. So it's like maybe I need to adjust my entry position for the long, or maybe I'll just wait it out. So it's like avoiding a loss is just as valuable as a profit, in my opinion. So again, it's giving you risk management, 12x. Every 1%, it's going to go up. Every 1% that Solana moves, it's going to give me 12%. So if Solana goes up 1%, it's going to give me 12% minus fees. So long breakout perp. So again, that's basically it. So again, I just wanted to point out that with actual Stacker Agent, which is coming out, which is already in the early testing. Ooch. Oh, it logged me out. It logged me out. There we go. Let me just check this out real quick. So with the actual Stacker Agent that's coming out very soon, it's already in early private beta. There we go. Log back into that. Let me just show. This is based right here. It's coming soon, perp trading. It's one of the skills that's going to come soon. It's doing basically what I'm showing you manually. Manually using Stacker Agent GPT. And use Stacker Agent. If you don't have access to this yet, go and use it. But right now, you could use Mass Extract in here. The other ones, they're not available yet. They're clickable, but it's still being worked on. But this one only is accessible to 50 of the users. You have to have a special pass to have access to this one, Block 0. But it's all these different skills are going to be very, very helpful to create passive income. Like I told you exactly, like one of the issues that I have with Jupiter over here is that this is my solution to not being able to put in a stop loss before I place an order. I'd very much like to. I'd love to have a stop loss in right now, and a take profit, so I could just put in my order and go to sleep or whatever. But it's like if like right now, if this goes through and I get my 1% movement, I can with this $500 position, if it takes it all and exits where I expect, then I'd make like $50 off this. It's not like huge, but I'm like 50-60 bucks, give or take, and you do that a couple times a day with this type of position. But you have to pay attention to it to a certain degree, and this is how my downward protection for because of that. So now with this, it's just going to automatically do it for me and add in my stop loss and reanalyze the charts and say, oh, maybe we could go a little bit further, and it will exit when you need to. It's those trailing stop loss and take profit. So again, those are things. But if you do want to have access to this when it's public, all you need is one of these Draft Tower NFTs, and then you'll also need 1,000 Gary coin, which Gary coin is this one right here. Looks like a little draft right here. And just with this tool, Stacker Agent, 50% of the trading fees actually go back. This is Gary Club, actually, is the company that makes this tool, and they utilize that token, and they do buybacks for their treasury. It's not just, some of that goes into like giving away back to the community, but they buy it back. So instead of them buying Solana or Bitcoin or anything in their treasury, they're buying their own token with the trading fees. So if I check, there was like since they've been testing for 2 weeks, and I think there's been like about $600,000 of trading volume that this tool has made from this one beta test, the private beta. So $600,000. Let's do some simple math real quick. $600,000 times 0.01. That's $6,000. I didn't need a calculator to do that math, but whatever. Divided by 2. That is. Why did I say divided by? I did divide by 3. No, divided by 2. That's $3,000. So $3,000, and then so $3,000 buying of that coin has already, like, they've already bought $3,000 worth of crypto, of Gary coin, because of the trading fees. And then the other half goes to the company, or like directly, it all goes to the company, don't get me wrong, but they are keeping a treasury in this coin. And what that does is it's going to create a whole bunch of buy pressure for this coin, which is cool. And like, here's another one, Draftfish. It's been going up pretty good. Like, look, 22% in the last 24 hours. It's great. So again, I'm just showing you how this is all working. I don't think this is going to fill while I'm sitting here on thing, because I'm just going to wait for it. I'm not going to just enter just to enter. But yeah, so again, I hope that this is helpful. I hope that you get some value from me showing you how I am doing this stuff. And sorry again about the audio issue at the beginning of the stream, but yeah, this is how you could stop trading your time for money using these different tools. You could do it today. Don't wait for like access to Stacker Agent to start doing these things. You could start doing your own trades right now using Stacker Agent GPT. I told you it's completely free. I posted it to my my profile on X. You can go, it's JW Dunkerley is my handle. And you can go here and you could do that, and you could have it analyze it, do everything. It's completely free. Completely free. So I'd say go and do this. Let me know in the comments if you're going to actually go and take action on this and do this. I'd love to see your results. I really would. And let me know. And I will share my results from this trade if I decide. Like, I'm going to reanalyze this shortly. And like, that's the thing, is I keep on, this is where it's not passive, where I have to reanalyze it until I enter the trade. I just keep an eye on it. And once it enters and I get put in my stop loss and my take profit, then I don't need to pay attention. I either lose or I win. And if I win, I take that and I diversify it into things, again, like gambly things like addicted. Let's see, it's needed the invite quote, addicted.fun, or things like liquidity pools that might yield me some profit. Look, we have Solana USDC. It's getting 64% a year. Or I could take that and put it into other things that are like, maybe it's lending protocols. See, I have Draft, Sharky.fi. I'm lending out on those top 2 ones right there. 1.43. You can go and get an interest that will get you lend it out. You're either going to get like 3.5% on your Solana in that week, or somebody, if they default, you'll get the NFT and you can just come here and list it or take an instant offer and get your money back right away. But and that, then you could take that money and put it right back in here and offer the next offer, and just rinse and repeat. And so many different ways. And then take that money that you're earning from things like these trades and compound it into your lending protocol. Just keep on adding it in. Remember, there's a whole bunch of lending protocols. Jupiter's is powered by Fluid, but there's also ones like Save.Finance is a good one. Save, when we were seeing that Save actually has a 9.36, I might actually put some in that one instead of in Jupiter, because it's more interest right now on that one. Or you can go to Camino if that's what you if you live over there, and then you go take your money and I take a part of it. Again, I'm telling you my structure. You can do whatever you want. I'm not giving you financial advice. I don't know how, but I take it and I put it into my Cash card, and then I can go take my phone and I can tap it wherever I go, and I can make a phone call, or not when I make a phone call. I had my phone in my hand. I could pay it with Visa. It's super simple that way. So. All right. So I will, on that note, yeah, I'll check in. Let me know if you want to, where is it? Let me know if you are going to take action and you're going to start earning some passive income with DeFi. These are all things that I do just so I don't want to go to work. I don't want to have a job. I want my money to work for me. And the goal in the end is just so I have so much working for me at once, I don't ever have to worry about it. Even if I don't do stuff like this, I have tools like Stacker Agent. I have tools like lending protocols. I have tools like loans. I have tools like liquidity pools. I have tools like games that are paying me every single day that I'm earning money from, so I don't have to go to work anymore. That is what it is. So again, thanks for hanging out with me. I will see everybody in the next video, the next stream. All right, peace out, take care. All right, keep creating, keep earning passive income. Peace out, bye.